everyone, welcome back. It's the Louis Vuitton Princess, and today I'm going to be filming a super fun unboxing video for you guys. So I'm going to try to make it quick because I don't have a ton of time today. So it's really funny because everybody who knows me knows that I kind of go through like phases with buying things. Like 1 minute I'm in a like, oh, I'm gonna save like every single penny phase, and I save a ton, don't really buy anything. And then like by the next week, I'm just like, life is short. I'm gonna just buy everything I ever wanted. So a couple weeks ago, I went through a life is short, I'm gonna buy everything I ever wanted phase. And now we are here today. So some of you guys may have seen one of my previous unboxings. So in that little phase, I purchased 3 Louis Vuitton items. So I've shown you item number 1, which you can find that unboxing on my YouTube. This is going to be unboxing number 2 of 3. So yeah, this is a really fun unboxing because it is part of me completing a collection. That's one of the biggest things that catches me up with like buying a lot of stuff consecutively is when I want to complete a collection. So a couple years back, the collection that I was really pressed about was my Louis Vuitton Cherry collection, and I've mostly completed that. Yeah, I've mostly completed my Cherry collection. So that was the collection I was really pressed about like 2 or 3 years ago. So this year I stumbled across a new collection that I'm pretty pressed to complete, and I think I've completed it. There are like maybe 2 more items in this collection that I would consider, but I haven't really made up my mind of like whether I'm gonna actually follow through and get them or not. However, the item that I'm gonna be unboxing for you guys today is one of the primary items from the collection that I really wanted. So I've gotten most of the items from the collection that I wanted. I just have these few remaining. So today's unboxing, it is a small item, and I know I always say unboxing and then people yell at me and they're like, it's not an unboxing, it's a reveal. And it's like, I mean, you're right. I do this all the time. So just know if I say the words unboxing, I really mean reveal because I have no self-control. So as soon as things get here, I open it. And this was a really hard one because this package actually got shipped elsewhere. It got shipped to one of my other homes because they don't ship to PO boxes. This was an international purchase and they would not ship to a PO box. So when I'm in the city, I always have everything shipped to PO boxes because it's just really easy for everything to get lost. So I ended up having to get it shipped elsewhere. But I was able to pick it up. So I made a special trip just to go pick this up. And I also kind of had to like ruin the unboxing thing and open it because this was an item, like I said, that was imported. This item came all the way from Japan. So I'm always like a little bit on edge when it comes to international purchases. So as soon as I got it in my hands, I had to make sure that it was everything that I ever hoped and dreamed. And thankfully it was. So let's take a look. So today's item that I'm gonna be unboxing, this is unboxing 2 of 3 of my spending spree. As you guys can see, it's pretty small. You might even have an idea of what it is just by the size of the dust bag. Today's item, I'm so excited, is the Louis Vuitton, sorry, I'm trying to get the little thingy here, Louis Vuitton Cherry Blossom Clay. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so this is the Louis Vuitton Cherry Blossom Clay from the Louis Vuitton Cherry Blossom collection. So previously, one of the items that I purchased was this Louis Vuitton Cherry Blossom Papillon. And I don't know, it's like I've always liked the Louis Vuitton Cherry Blossom collection. I just never really pulled the plug on buying a lot of pieces in it. So I now have 3 pieces in my cherry blossom collection. I have the Papillon 26, I have the clay, and I also have a pochette accessories. So I have 3 pieces out of the cherry blossom collection. There's only like 2 more pieces that I'm really interested in, but I don't really know if I'll pursue them or not. So it's so cute and so girly and so fun. So anyways, this is my cherry blossom clay. I am super happy with this. Again, like I said, I was nervous because it came all the way from Japan. So as you guys can see, firstly, the hardware is pristine. I mean, the hardware looks brand new, which is really hard because this was, I believe, a 2003 collection. So it's really hard to find them with like good condition hardware. Even the zipper pull, basically brand new hardware, very shiny, and then there's the little connection on the back, so everything is very shiny. And then again, on the interior, you can see that the interior is spotless. Sometimes people put coins in these and that can cause the interior to get kind of ugly. So again, this is a 2003 collection. I'll see if I can find the official date code. Yeah, so this was January, February, March. This was March of 2003, and this piece was made in Spain. So this is an older collection. This collection is almost 20 years old. And so that is what made the searching for this piece pretty difficult, was I really wanted it. I really wanted to search for it. But you guys know I really like to buy stuff in pristine condition. I was so pressed for this piece that I considered buying one that was in kind of crappy condition, and just like because it was cheap, because I paid a pretty penny for this. I think I paid like, I want to say I paid $4.80 for this, which is definitely the most I have ever spent on a Louis Vuitton clay. And I have a lot of clays. I have the multicolor blanc, multicolor noir, traditional monogram, series cherry. I have quite a few different clays. This is the most I've ever spent on a clay, and I really didn't want to spend that amount, but again, I was willing to spend it if it was going to be in this condition. So I'm ultimately really happy with it. It basically looks like it's just set in a box for the past almost 20 years. The condition is absolutely beautiful. And so when I was toying with whether I was gonna get pristine condition or maybe get like a slightly not as nice condition one, I stumbled across the Papillon first. And so I was kind of like, well, I really want these two to be in similar condition, which you can see. Very similar. I was like, I really want these two to be in similar condition, and my cherry blossom pochette accessories is also in this condition. So I was like, I don't really want to like, I kind of have this like saying, I got it from my mom, honestly, which is like, don't be cheap. And that's really how I felt about this. Like, I was like, I really didn't want to pay top dollar for it, but I was like, okay, you know, if I have this in pristine condition, if I have the pochette accessories in pristine condition, then don't get cheap at the end with the clay. Like, I need to just go ahead and pay up so it can be in the same condition. And, you know, it kind of goes back to what I tell people all the time, which is like, you kind of win some, you lose some. Like, it's like, yeah, I paid a lot of money for this clay, but it is exactly what I wanted. But, you know, it's like my other multicolor clays, I paid my multicolor clays and my series clay, I really did not pay much of anything for. So it's like, it always sort of balances out. So people who follow my Instagram probably saw that I sold my Tiffany necklace that I got for my birthday. So this is what I sold the Tiffany necklace to finance. So I really, really, really wanted this. And I got the Tiffany necklace for my birthday. I'd only worn it like once or twice. Like, I don't know, I've wanted to get into Tiffany because it's a high-end, you know, luxury brand, but it's like, I really don't wear a lot of fancy jewelry. Like this, I have on this today, which I got from like a little flea market. Like, I really don't wear fancy jewelry. Like, I have this, and so I have the little, it's opal, I have the little opal butterfly, and my boyfriend has the little opal, I got him a little rhino. So it's like, I really don't wear like a ton of fancy jewelry. So like, I just didn't wear the Tiffany necklace. And I said to myself when I got it, I was like, okay, if I don't wear this necklace like at least 3 times within like the next couple months, I'm gonna sell it because I'm never gonna wear it. And there's no point in me having something that's valued at like $350 or whatever just sitting in my jewelry box if I can have something else that I'm actually gonna use. So again, we can take a closer look at this. As you can see, the vachetta is very, very light. Again, I think this was a dust box resident. It does not look like it is patinaed much at all. This is actually my favorite patina, the very bright honey patina. I really enjoy. And again, as you can see, the hardware is extremely shiny. There aren't even scratches on the hardware. So, I mean, this is like nearly impossible condition to find for a 20-year-old piece. And then another big selling point for me with this piece was the placement. So I talked about that a bit when I first showed you guys my cherry blossom papillon. Is that all of the placements are a little bit different. And when I talk about placement, I'm talking about the little cherry blossom faces. They all have different placements. So I really wanted this one because I really liked the placement. And that's one of the things about the limited edition collections that you just kind of have to accept, is that sometimes you're going to end up paying more. Sometimes it'll be a lot more just because you want a certain placement. And it's like, again, most people just see this and they're like, oh, it's a cherry blossom clay. But you don't really think too much about it until you research and you actually see how many different placements there are. So there are some placements where there are no cherry blossoms at all. There are some where, or there are cherry blossom, but like it's mostly like the back. Okay, so you see how on the back here, the back side just has like a petal, and like a corner of a flower. Like there are some of them where this is what it looks like on the front. And I didn't want that. Now, I don't mind this on the back. Honestly, I think it's really pretty, the little mini LVs. So I didn't really mind this for the back. But for the front, I really wanted to have a placement where there was at least one full flower. So I really, really liked this placement of how there's one full cherry blossom flower and then the petals and then a partial flower. I really liked this placement. And then sometimes on the clays, you'll just have like, this is a medium-sized flower. Sometimes on the clays it'll just have one big flower like this one, just one big flower in the middle, and I honestly didn't really like that placement either. I felt like it was kind of overpowering. And then you'll see some of them will have multiple big flowers, which again, I just kind of felt like that looked really crowded. So this placement really worked for me. I really, really liked the placement and I really, really liked the condition. So I sold my Tiffany necklace and I brought it. And again, I kind of just became obsessed with the cherry blossom collection. Like one day I was just sitting around and I was like, I really like that collection. It was very much so a spur of the moment thing. And I kind of just do this thing where now so many Louis Vuitton things are so expensive. I mean, prices have gotten so high for stuff. Like, I kid you not, people might not believe me, but it's like just a couple years ago, you know, the papillons like I have right here, people sold these for like $500, $600, $700 on the regular. People sold the clays for, you know, $200, $300 on the regular. Like everything has gotten so expensive in the past couple years that now I just really make an effort that if I see a collection that I really like, I just buy it, because one, like, there's no telling when you'll be able to find one at that price point again. So I honestly just buy it and don't worry about it. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my video. And as always, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, please feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram. And as always, if you want to see more of these items, they are posted all over my Instagram. So just in general, make sure you're following my Instagram at the Louis Vuitton Princess. If you're interested in buying or having authentic Louis Vuitton sourced by me, please feel free to check out my shop at Shop LV Princess. And as always, if you're looking for an authenticator or an authentication service, please check out Leah's Luxuries and use code the LVP20 to get 20% off of your service. And I hope you enjoy this video and you have a good day.